How many times have you found yourself 50 yards away from the green and not sure what club to use? Well, in this video, we're going to show you the difference between several different club options, several different ball flights, however, still the one target. So there we go, 50 yards in and we've got the club choices. I currently have in my hand a 58, a 52 and a 9 iron, which may surprise you on the 9 iron. The 58 degree one for me, or you might have a 60, the most lofted club in your bag, the green's sloping away from us all the time. Now, if I don't quite get this right, it could come up short. If I hit the strike bad, it's going to go away from me and go over the green. Now, I hit a high ball flight and it's slightly wind into the face at the moment. So that means that I'm going to have to give this that little bit more and I kind of lose the feel for a 50-yard shot. But let's try it. So we've got 50 yards, 58 degree wedge, and let's just try and pop it on the green. Like I thought, it's come up short, it's just on the green, but it stopped dead. And we knew that was going to happen from the height it was coming from. Green might be a little bit soft, but the green's always sloping away. So for me, the 58 degree from 50 yards isn't a club option. So the next club we've got, 52 degree wedge. Now there's multiple shots we can hit with this. We can hit a higher one, we can hit a mid, and we can hit a low one if we wanted to as well. Let's hit some of them shots and see how effective the 52 is, and should you or should you not use the 52 degree from 50 yards away. I mean, you might have a 46, 48 or a 50 or even a 54, but it's all the same shot with this one. So what we're going to do for the high one, we're going to have it forward of our stance and just wait on the left and just hit it. And there we go, off it goes in the air, floating up there, landed on the green, stopped pretty quick. But let's go for middle of the stance now and try and get that flight just that little bit lower. So here we go, we've got the 52, middle of our stance. Let's try and hit a little bit lower. And there it goes. And that one's going to spin. Again, stopped perfectly well, went that little bit lower. Now, the lower one from here. So we've had front of our stance, middle, and now this is a little bit further back to get that little low one. So for the low one, more towards the right foot, and we're just going to get that ball going there. Same swing, weight on the left hand side as per normal. And there's that low one. Got it the green. It's a little bit of check on that one. But there you go. One club, 3 different shot types. But let's move on to the next club from here. So the other club I have is the 9 iron. Now, I haven't got a wedge because there's not that much difference between the one that I used and the one in my bag. So the 9 iron just gives me that little bit more forward roll on the golf ball. So from here, we can hit a low one, get the ball chasing up, and it'll land hopefully close to the green. So from here, a little bit further back in the stance, a bit like the lower wedge shot. And all we're going to do, wait on the left hand side, and just get that ball. Going nicely onto the green. And there we go. Now with the 9 iron, as opposed to the 7, it offers you that little bit of check on it. And as you can see, it's landed on the green, had a little bit of check, and left us still in putt for birdie. So let's cover the technique side, and we're going to do it with the 52 degree wedge because we hit 3 different shot types. We hit the high, the mid, and the little bit lower one. For me, it's all about the ball position. So for the higher one, we're going to have it just inside the left heel, so just off to the center, as you can see. For the mid-flight one, we're going to move our body slightly a bit further left, and as you can see, more towards the middle of the stance. And for the little bit lower one, a little bit further left, and as you can see from here, it's more towards our right heel. They're all shown on the screen by the lines. Now, with a wedge, weight on the left foot, so weight on the left side there, and from all we want to do is 50 yards, we only want to be doing half a swing, and then follow it by half a swing back. Because we want to have a little bit of spin on that, we're going to have a little bit of wrist movement in there. And what that does is it allows the club to go under the golf ball, add that little bit of backspin, and let it stop when it hits the green. So let's address it. I like to address the ball first, get my stance. So we're going to go for a mid-flight one. Nice and simple technique that. Forward for high, middle for middle, back for low. And from here, I like to have my stance shoulder width, if not just a little bit closer apart. Some people may prefer it a little bit closer, but for me, this is how I like it. And we're just going to make a nice easy swing and use our wrists. And there we go. Ball's gone perfectly on the green where we wanted it to. And there's 3 different ball positions for 3 different shot types, but from one golf club. So here we go, we're walking to the green, and this is the shots we've hit. This one here was the 58-degree wedge. Like I said, higher, it's always going to land and just stay where it is. 58-degree wedge, that was that golf ball. Now let's move on to the next ones. Pretty much all 3 of them are in a line. And we hit the 52-degree wedge, and we hit a low, a mid, and a high ball with the 52-degree wedge. And as you can see, we've got uphill putt, and it is for birdie. But they're good shots, a lot better than the high shot with the 58-degree. Now this one, this was the 9-iron from 50 yards in, which was nice and low, had a little bit of check on it, and has ended up closest to the hole. It would be a shot I would use on a golf course, and have used on a golf course. So that one, 9-iron. As you can see, we've used 3 different golf clubs. We've had different flights. The result was a 9-iron from 50 yards as opposed to a wedge. So you don't necessarily need to get that wedge and hit it from 50 yards in. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. My name's Lee Jones. Please consider hitting the subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon for some more tips.